All right, what is going on, Banter fan? Welcome into today's edition of In the Game. I am your host, Hustle. And as always, we're going to be going over the crypto gaming markets today. And as you're seeing, we're seeing a lot of red still across the markets. Bitcoin has taken a little bit of tumble. A lot of altcoins are bleeding. And likewise, a lot of gaming coins are as well. We're going to talk about the market. We're going to talk about a lot of coins that I think if you just DCA into over time, you're going to have major winners on your hands in the next gaming bull run up. And whenever alts do turn around, whenever Bitcoin and the market sentiment does start going back up, you'll see some of these projects that you've DCA'd into smartly start doing really well on the next run up. And then I also want to talk about some big news in the space, Amazon getting involved, the backlash on Ubisoft's move for NFTs. And then I got some games and projects I want to go more in depth on in this video. So without further ado, guys, let's get into the game.
He's all about the DJ, baby. Crypto man. He's all about the DJ, baby. Uncle Ren's in charge. He's a crypto star. So savvy what he say. Fast money like a sports car. He's all about the DJ life. Make some money, change your wife. Big calls on the old coins for the bull market hype. He's all about the DJ, baby. Crypto man. 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 Crypto man ran. Crypto banter. You got crypto questions, they got crypto answers. Jean-Claude Van Damme of the Banter fam. Could he kick it? Yes he can. Can he kick it? Yes he can. Crypto man ran. He's all about the DJ, baby.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. And I think it would be foolish to not start with the biggest news of the day, I believe, across the NFT space. And this does trickle into just the gaming category as well because of the NFT integration into the future of these play-to-earn games and metaverses. Yesterday, Amazon has entered the WAXP ecosystem. They're thrilled to announce that Amazon has entered the collectibles game by investing in Dibs.io, and that is a real-time card marketplace using the WAXP VIRL NFT technology. Now, this is huge, guys. I mean, we're talking about Amazon, one of the biggest companies in the entirety of the world, really, and they're getting involved in the NFT space through the WAXP blockchain. And you saw this major spike yesterday on WAXP whenever this Amazon news did come out. And they kind of want to, their vision is for Amazon to function as an AWS, as like an AWS provider for their WAXP blockchain protocol Dibs, which is a card marketplace. And I think that this is just obviously huge news. When you have a company like Amazon getting involved and bringing their capital into NFTs and bringing just their name brand into the NFT space, I think you're going to see major developments from not only Amazon and WAXP, but more mainstream companies. I mentioned just the other day, you're going to start seeing Amazon, Apple, Microsoft get involved in NFTs, the metaverse, blockchain games, just like we saw Meta set the tone and get involved and change their name fully over to Meta to go into that metaverse wave. So in my opinion, this Amazon news is just the beginning, and it is a sports card marketplace, Dibs, and they're entering a booming collectibles industry as interest rates are rising on alternative assets. So this is huge news, and it shows just how early we are. This is a small entry point for Amazon. But this is big for the long term, because if Amazon gets involved in NFTs, metaverse, and gaming for the long haul, then a lot more major corporations and major dollars are as well. So I really like this news. And you saw a lot from WAXP yesterday, up 34% from this news. And I wanted to talk about this, guys. This right here will show you exactly how early you are right now to crypto gaming and NFTs and in-game assets. Ubisoft was forced to delist their video, guys, about their NFT announcements. Their courts announcement where the Ghost Recon assets were going to be put as NFTs in Ubisoft's game. 95% of people disliked the video. They delisted the video due to so much backlash, guys. If there's any sort of sign, in my opinion, that shows you are early to crypto gaming and NFTs, this is it. There is not mainstream adoption. Like, the comments were wild. They don't understand in-game assets. They don't understand ownership. They think that giving their money to a centralized corporation for digital skins inside of a video game is meaningful whenever this is the actual meaningful asset. Whenever they bring them onto the blockchain and you'll be able to transact your in-game assets through the blockchain. It just shows you how early you really are. 95% dislikes. 15,000 of their 16,000 votes were dislikes, guys. So be thankful. You are very, very early to the blockchain gaming and NFT space, in my opinion. And Ubisoft isn't the only one, guys, going for this. Take a look at EA, Electronic Arts, the makers of FIFA, Madden, some of the biggest sports titles in the entire world. EA calls NFT and blockchain games the future of the industry. So it's not just Ubisoft making these moves. It's really just the normie gamers that don't understand the blockchain and NFTs that are really coming at the backlash. They think that they're really changing up the system with these NFTs, when in reality, they're elevating the stakes for players. Players will have legitimate ownership of the stuff that they buy, rather than just giving their money into an endless money pit that would be a centralized gaming corporation like an Activision or Blizzard, one of those big gaming companies that really capitalize on microtransactions, the transactions within the game. So Ubisoft, EA, they're really going to get involved. And this just shows how early we are with how many dislikes were on that Ubisoft video. So let's go ahead and talk about a couple of projects that we've recently talked about, guys. Ultra is doing really well. It's kind of the one green asset amongst a sea of red. We're sitting at about $1.80, $500 million market cap. This is a multi-billion-dollar project, in my opinion, long-term, guys. If you DC8 into this project over time, then you're doing really well. I love Ultra. And then let's take a look at Thetan Arena. It's kind of down below that $10, $11 area due to the market dip. I think this is also a great long-term dollar cost average. This is going to be a huge game in the mobile space. And I think that this market cap is vastly undervalued. Even the diluted, that's 5.5x under Axie Infinity. So sure, the fully diluted is about 5 billion. But Axie Infinity's fully diluted is about 22 billion. So in my opinion, this still has a lot of room to run. And at $11, this is still a very much value buy. Vulcan Forge, we talked about earlier this week. It's back down near those ranges with the market pullback down 15%. Gaming Studio, they're coming out with a full-blown metaverse to have a gaming in-game asset dex. Love Vulcan Forge. And it's back towards these ranges just the other day. We gave it out here on Banter at about $23. It got up to a little above 30. And now the market pullback's bringing it back down. I really like Vulcan Forge to get back up to those levels. And we see where it can go, guys. Just a few weeks ago, this thing was $46. I love Vulcan Forge. Let's take a look at Good Games Guild. You're really resetting the price on Good Games Guild to a month ago. You're taking a look at about a month ago, we were at $6. And this thing got all the way up to $17. I'm a big, big fan of these guild economies, guys. These projects that are going to be having players actively participating in scholarships, renting out assets, players who are lending out their assets, the staking options. Good Games Guild, they're partnered with Animoca Brands and Illuvium. I really, really like this project. And you're, like I said, you're resetting this by a month. You're getting in back here at a level around $6.69. And you see where this thing got up to at about $17. This thing right here has a lot of potential and is almost 3x down, or 66% down from its all-time highs. So Good Games Guild is another one I really, really like as far as the long term. We've talked about Phantasma. There's no diluted market cap holding it down, guys. So I'm just kind of rapid firing a bunch of projects. Like if you're DCAing and you're looking for opportunities, these are some of those opportunities across the space that we have recently talked about that I think have a lot of value. If you're just kind of putting percentages in as these markets dips, you're going to really see some good games on these in the future. And then Altura. We haven't talked about Altura on this channel. And this has just taken too much of a fall, in my opinion. Look at this pump we saw from Altura. It went from 2 cents to 40 cents. And now we're literally back at 11 cents, under $100 million market cap. Diluted just a little over 100 million. And this is similar to Phantasma. They are powering the future of gaming with smart NFTs, the infrastructure of in-game items, digital assets, and the metaverse. They have a lot of bullish updates coming out, and they actually just updated that their utility on the IOI token will be changing, as you will be required to use IOI to pay for API calls that require blockchain transactions as opposed to BNB. So they're making it to where you have more incentive to hold and use the Altura token, which I really like. So in other words, Altura is going to be required to power the games that utilize Altura. And in my opinion, this has taken too far of a tumble. This pump was a little bit unhealthy for sure. It consolidated here around 25 cents for a while. This recent market dip's really taken it down. I like Altura for the long term. $70 million market cap, that's criminally underrated in my opinion. I think this is a $250 million plus market cap in the long haul. And I think Altura is a great dollar cost average bet for the long term. We talked about Verasity earlier in the week. It's still at about the ranges we talked about it now. And I think that this is a long-term esports streaming platform. Take a look at Twitch, see how big Twitch is. They're implicating a watch to earn system. Love Verasity. And then let's go ahead and get into the last project that I want to talk about that we've already discussed, and that is Sipher. Sipher had an incredible public sale, guys. If you didn't see the success behind their public sale, 9,000 ETH contributed. The price went from 33 cents to $1.10, $44 million raised for the Sipher initial public sale. This thing went absolutely crazy. Guys, we brought you this one on the pre-sale price at 33 cents earlier this week. If you participated in this pre-sale at 33 cents, you're already at a 3x. We're sitting above $1 here on the Sipher token. And why did this sale do so good? Why is there so much hype behind Sipher? Well, Sipher's got a lot going for it. Their NFT collections did really well. They have their Sipher Inu and the Sipher Neko. The Inus are the 10,000 unique Genesis NFTs, and the Nekos are the second Genesis Sipher collection, and is going to be an ambitious casual fighting and adventure game with an in-game goal of creating an open social world. And I really like that. You can take a look at kind of the social world they are building. You're going to see this as kind of like the startup world. There's going to be levels, different things you can do inside of what they are calling the Moon Base Station. And I think that long-term, Sipher is going to be one of those games that has a long-term staying power. We can take a look at the graphic capability. And like I said, casual fighting and adventure game. It's got like an arena feel to it. I really like it. Let me just kind of lower the volume here. The graphics are super sharp. It's got an arena kind of like brawler style feel to it, but with next gen graphics. Like these graphics are a lot better than a lot of the things that are in the space right now. And I think that Sipher, with the team behind them and their backers, guys, Alameda Research is behind this project. And I think that this project is going to do major numbers. And a lot of players are going to be participating in this economy. Their NFT sales are doing really well. I think that these characters are going to see a lot of influx into this economy. And I think Sipher is going to be big for the long term. And there's also a player's economy. Their token utility is solid. If you take a look at the tokenomics, the Sipher token is required to clone your creations of new characters. So basically, if you want to use the Sipher laboratory and use your existing NFTs and characters to clone creations, you'll need to use these Sipher tokens. And then Sipher can also be used for staking on the Sipher Vault governance and for staking rewards. And it will be distributed throughout the sales, the different sale levels. And a large percentage of Sipher fees collected will be going towards the Sipher Vault. So the tokenomics are super solid here. And I think that long-term, you're going to see a lot of players using and playing inside the Sipher economy. And those Genesis NFTs also give you a lot of exclusive benefits like limited edition spaceship parts, exclusive news, early access to the game, and the Guildmaster program. So I love that. And as I mentioned, front and center here, Alameda Research as an investor. So I love this project long-term. Congratulations if you got in on that public sale, because right now it's above $1 and we brought it to you here at about 30 cents. So that is an awesome gainer already. And I think that this has a long way to go. Now let's talk about a couple of tokens that have games coming up, games that are active right now. And I think that really are at a value buy-in. Now this one is a lower market cap coin, about $20 million market cap. This is IOI Token. IOI Token was just at about $5 on this last run up right before Thanksgiving. It's really taken a dip with the market. And I want to emphasize, guys, the lower the market cap, the higher the volatility. If you're investing in a low cap coin that does a 3, 5x, you can also expect that low cap coin to 60%, 70% fall whenever it does, guys. Keep that in mind. The lower the market cap, the bigger the swings, the bigger the volatility. It can always pump just as hard as it can drop. So you're seeing with the market sentiment, IOI has taken a massive tumble, about a 50% drop. And they are creating a trade race metaverse that looks super sharp, in my opinion. It looks like a mix of Midnight Club and Grand Theft Auto. If you don't know, Midnight Club is like an older racing game. And then obviously everyone knows Grand Theft Auto. You take a look at their graphics. These are just still shots of like their metaverse, the garage, and some of their cars. And we can take a look at a full-blown video preview of what their metaverse is kind of going to look like inside of their game. So you see here, you're kind of choosing your driver in the TRM2 metaverse. So you choose your character, you choose your car, you're kind of going through your different cars. And these are all NFT cars, guys. You can go ahead and go into their marketplace and check out their different cars. You can test drive the car here on the track, which looks super sharp. You can go in here, you create your race team, and then here's the racing interface. And what I really like about this game is trade race manager. So why does it trade race manager? Well, your car's performance is indicative of market predictions. This game has a lot to do with market predictions and keeping track with trades. So it kind of incorporates trading knowledge with the NFT car and racing aspect. The better that your predictions are on the market, the better your car will perform. So I really like this game. It really it incentivizes someone who keeps up with crypto to get inside this metaverse. And each car has different earning capabilities, which I really like. And then the ways you can earn inside of the TRM2 metaverse: trade racing as an owner of the team, as a manager of the team, through an affiliate program, or through track ownership, which I think is one of the coolest parts of this game, guys. So you go over here, we take a look. You will be able to make your own racetracks, and you will be able to earn, basically, it's a staking platform, so to speak, but you make your own racetracks. You're able to have players race on your tracks, and you're basically getting passive rewards for being a track owner. It's really like making your own map in Call of Duty and having people play on it and making money off of it. So in my opinion, there's a lot of things going on inside of the Trade Race Manager 2 metaverse. And they're also coming out with a cyberpunk style metaverse. It's called Cybertrade. And that is another project that they're coming out with. So all in all, and it's headed by QORPO. That is the parent company. And I love this project. And I think that there's just a niche for racing games across the space. There's not a lot of games that have this feel to it right now. Most of the racing style games are very basic, very not engaging. You have like the world map down here in the bottom right that looks super good. I think that this just looks clean. It has the most Need for Speed feel to it across the blockchain. I really like this game. And I think IOI Token at a $15 million market cap, guys. Look at this chart. Look where you're buying. You're basically resetting this 6 months ago. You're getting the same price you could have gotten like back in June, basically. If you go on the all chart, we'll zoom it out. You're looking at these prices in June. So in my opinion, this is a value buy. And at $2.24, $15 million market cap, if they pull off this metaverse, I think that this can be huge. And I think there's a legit need for a racing style game on the blockchain. And then let's get into another project that is actually dropping their token tomorrow, guys. And that is Cornucopias. And this one is not talked about too much. And I really want to get into this one really quick. It is a play to earn, build to earn game where you'll have land and other NFT assets, but you'll be able to forge your own assets inside of this world. They're going to have multiple style worlds. It reminds me of the show Westworld in that fact. You'll be able to go through the Wild West, Farmville, like farm life, the samurai world. You're going to be able to participate in multiple different economies. And I'm just going to kind of play this as we talk about this. But right now, this has a really good look to it. They're building their goal is to build the first metaverse project on Cardano. And right now, everything about this game looks awesome. It's built on the Unreal Engine, and everything about it looks clean. The graphics look awesome. You get your own island, and you build your infrastructure and your property and your assets up through your island economy and in your bubble. And in my opinion, we'll just kind of take a look at this, guys. The graphics look amazing. It's a very simple concept. There's going to be mini games. You're going to be able to build up your own environments, build up your own maps, your homes, etc. Build up these assets. Everything in Cornucopias is an asset. So the clothes you wear, the items on the wall, everything is an asset inside of Cornucopias. This goes live for trading tomorrow, guys. They just had their IGO on Paid Network. This goes live for trading on the Binance Smart Chain on December 10th. And I think that this has a lot of potential because there's not a lot of gaming projects on Cardano. They can't launch a Cardano native token because the Cardano blockchain is about the slowest developing thing there's ever been in the history of crypto. So right now they are launching their token on Binance Smart Chain. And I think that's smart. And they're having their land sales. I really love this project, guys. And you can take a look at more than just the graphical trailer. You can take a look at their website and their roadmap. and you'll see the full game will be out by Q2 of 2022. So I can't wait for that. And honestly, they have a lot going. They're just partnered up with Network to partner up in their metaverse economy, bringing Cardano play to earn to another level within the Network metaverse. You go over to their Twitter, and they're super active. And as you see, they just had their IGO, and 25% will be unlocked at token generation. And then after that, it will be a 3-month linear vesting. So keep your eyes out on that for the unlocks. But the COPI tokens will be dropping for public trading on December 10th. And I just think this has a lot of potential. And you're talking about a narrative. When Cardano's narrative picks back up eventually, whenever that's going to be, Cornucopias could pump right along with it. And I just think this looks like a strong game. The way the graphics look are incredible. They really are. It's on Unreal Engine. I love this project, and I think it's not getting a lot of attention. So right now, you can go onto Cornucopias' website. You can get a little more details on the contract address. And if you want to get ready for that launch on Binance Smart Chain, it will be tomorrow. And then let's cover the last thing I wanted to cover, guys. I wanted to update. So I kind of aped in yesterday. Yesterday when I came to you, I only had 1 horse, okay? Now I own 4 horses. So I really doubled down here, or quadrupled down, and I'm renting out all 4 of my horses. And guys, I wanted to bring this back because I've literally made over $250 now within the last 24 hours renting out these horses. So if you're looking for a little bit of a passive effect, a passive income method within some of these games, Pegaxy is a really good way to go ahead and get involved. And in my opinion, it's completely passive. You just go in here, you use their rental system, and the rental system, guys, is the most efficient that I've ever seen directly in a game. You literally just go to the rental, you go to your assets, you can click on the asset, and then you just literally click rent. You pay like a 1-cent gas fee to put it on the marketplace, and you can do a profit share. So it's completely passive. As long as your assets are being used and raced with, you'll be able to earn with your horses. You go over to the marketplace, super active marketplace. The horses are not cheap, but it's because the passive income potential is lucrative. And this is just one of those economies that's active right now. If you're looking for something to get involved and start earning, this is the way to go. I think that you'll be able to do this completely passively. And like I said, I've made $250 in my first day and a half or so renting out my horses. If you're going for a floor horse, that would pay off in about 6 to 10 days. So just for reference, I do think the earning potential here could be lucrative. And I will keep up over time my earnings here and on Thetan Arena. I know I've talked about some earnings on that game. I'm keeping up with a spreadsheet here, so I'll keep up with my payoff rate and just how passive this can be. If you're making $250 a day, you could add that up. That's about $7,000 over a month if you're doing that for 30 days. So there's a big potential here within some of these economies, and you can do it as passively or as actively as you want. You can race your horses on your own if you'd like. So I just want to point this out. This is a big opportunity. And no, people are going to say it's expensive to get a horse. It's expensive to generate passive income. It takes money to make money, they would say. So in my opinion, if you're going to go and pick up a horse, I think it's worth it. Rent it out for a profit share. I'm doing about 65-35, and I'm finding my in-game earnings to be solid. So I'm here to bring you all aspects. I'm here to bring you the coins that I think have value, the upcoming games that have value, and then the games that you can hop into right now and start earning passive income. But that's really it, guys. I just wanted to kind of update the markets, cover a couple of projects like IOI and Cornucopias that are A, upcoming and building, and then B, has a token drop for Cornucopias tomorrow, and then kind of just update you on the earning potential within Pegaxy and a couple of the news across the space with Ubisoft and Amazon. So that's really going to wrap it up, guys. I enjoyed it as always, bantering about the gaming space. And if you're new to the channel, guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel. 500,000 strong and counting for the Banter fam. We appreciate every single one of you that show support here on the channel. Like the video if you enjoyed. It helps us get out into the algorithm with our new gaming show here on the channel. I'll be back tomorrow, guys, for the Friday show. Y'all have a blessed rest of your Thursday. Play well, my friends.
Hustle. Some more great calls there, man. Thanks so much.
I appreciate it.
I look forward to checking out that IOI. I think I'll maybe take a little dab at that myself.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be pretty solid when it comes out.
Yeah, and the passive income of the horse racing, something I also got to look into, that's for sure.
I aped in quite a bit.
Well, yeah, we'll see. I'll chat with the guys tomorrow and we'll catch you on the next one, man. Cheers.
Absolutely.